This is going to sound a little bit redundant, but like you did the best you could with what you knew and what you had at the time. You did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. 11. I'm aware that I did a message like this morning when I woke up, but I just had another really crazy nightmare, 22. And it's very personal for me to be able to come on here and tell you that it's not your fault. And I don't care if it sounds like a broken record. I'm going to speak whatever it is that Spirit wants me to say. I need you to understand that it is not your fault. It's not your fault. You expected them to be there for you the way they were meant to. You didn't expect them to harm you 101, and it's not your problem to be on the lookout to constantly get hurt. And this might have happened recently, or this might have happened in your childhood. Personally, for me, my nightmare was about a childhood trauma that happened most of my childhood. 123 and 121. I have a hard time with acknowledging the fact that this happened because I am still forgiving myself for it. I know that the reason I had the nightmare was personally because I need to forgive myself. It's not my fault. 145. It is not my fault. Just as much as it is not your fault either. You can't blame yourself for the way other people treated you. You just can't. You would sit there and you would be eating yourself alive, 202, for your entire life. You are free now, 211 and 212 and 213. You deserve to let go. You deserve to forgive yourself. It happened, 222, and nobody's happy that it happened. But you fucking survived. You are starting to live, 231. It's time to forgive yourself. And moving on isn't something that is easy to do. And I'm saying this with so much love, but you have to move on from that version of yourself. There's part of you that thinks that you don't deserve to move on. You don't deserve the life you're trying to call in. You don't deserve these things. But you do. They hurt you because they were an evil person and they did not care what they did. They were happy with this decision that they made. 313. And you can't be mad at yourself for the decisions they made. If you have people-pleasing wounds, 231, because of them, that's not your fault. Or, sorry, 321. I don't know why I said that. It's not your fault. It is not your fault that they damaged you so badly that it puts you to where you're at now. It is not your fault. What I can say, 342 and 345, is that you are now, excuse me, confirmation verb, you are now in a position where you can finally give yourself the love and grace you weren't allotted in those painful moments. 404. And you sitting there and continuously going, oh, well, I was there, so it has to be my fault. Or 411, just coming up with any way to say you did it, even though you had no part, 420, in causing the pain to yourself. And you can try to sit there and logically be like, well, I did this, and I did this, and I did that, because people have gaslit you to believe that. 432. But I'm going to tell you, you deserve to be free from this pain. You deserve to be free from this pain. 444. And I'm telling you, I'm healing with you. And I don't want to make this about myself, but I know that there's somebody out there who needs to hear right now what it is, 456, that I am struggling with. I'm not sure exactly how much of this I can say, so I'm going to say what I can. 5'11". My father was not a good person, and there was a lot of things that he was not good for. 5, 2, 3 growing up. But the thing that needs to be acknowledged the most right now is the fact that he abused me, like SA abused me as a child and up into my teenage years. And I repressed those memories for so long. I had no clue what was going on. And I didn't start getting those repressed memories to start come back, 555, until he had passed away. He died a week before my 19th birthday. Yeah. So it wasn't until I was 19 going on 20 that all of these memories flooded back in. And at first, I didn't believe them. First, I was like, that didn't happen to me. But then certain things, 6 to 8, started to make sense. Certain things started to piece together. Certain people were brought onto my path to confirm. And yeah, 642, it happened. And it breaks my heart that there's a part of me that thinks that I need to forgive myself, but the part of me that needs to forgive myself is the part that didn't realize at the time. I should say, I realize it now, 707, but I didn't at the time, that what he was doing was abuse. I was raised by my father, and solely by my father, after the age of 3. So I had no clue. 725, I had no clue that it was abuse. My mom wasn't around. My mom was not around. And I never got the good touch, bad touch conversation. I never got the birds and the bees conversation. Like, I was never explained any of that stuff. 752. So I was completely in the dark about what was going on. And honestly, it's crazy to me that people in my community growing up, I literally went to 14 different schools between like 8, 11, between kindergarten and graduation, not including my last year I did cyber. But there was a one short period for some time that I lived in one place. After that, I didn't stay anywhere longer than a year. Okay. 828. And I grew up and realized that people there in that community knew what he was. They knew what he was about. They just knew. And I think it's absolutely awful that I had no clue. 848, like, I had no clue. Like, there are several circumstances where I had no clue. And again, I repressed it, so there's nothing I can do about it. 858. But what I can do now is forgive myself. He's gone. So that's cared for. 909. He's gone. I live in a safe place now, 919, and I no longer live in my hometown that I grew up in. So the constant reminders, gone. 929. I still have the nightmares though. And a lot of people don't realize this. And like, this is something that I want to get cared for because I absolutely hate it. And it breaks my heart because I don't want it being there. But right after it happened, I decided that I was going to go run and get a tattoo after he passed away. I didn't know what had happened yet. Like, I had not realized what had happened. I just went and was like, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. I was freshly 19. What do you expect from me? So I went, I got this tattoo, which, by the way, this was not what I wanted. And it looks like junk, which, I mean, it's a junk tattoo regardless, but like the person who did it, he had to have been like drunk or something, I swear, like, ew. So I went and I got the tattoo. And then within that same 6-month span after it healed, I started getting the repressed memories back, and I was mortified with myself because I'm like, that couldn't have happened. I loved him so much. He loved me. Da, da, da. It did. It did happen. And I still have certain things that I have to piece through and heal from. Like the fact that I am branded at the moment because walking around with this junk up on me. And if you're wondering why the placement, 1122, if you're wondering why the placement, it was so that he was like resting over my heart. Gross, I know. I'm still forgiving myself. I'm still... I'm so sorry. I'm still forgiving myself because I know I'm a smart person. I'm a very smart individual. Okay. But there's a part of me that's always been so angry at myself. Like, why didn't I leave? Why didn't I tell somebody? Why did my brain just go, whoop, not important information to hold on to right now? And I understand the psychology of it, okay? Like, I am aware, 1, 2, 3, 4, that I threw that out of my brain because it was the best thing I could at the time. As a person, as a human, I think that I would have shut down completely had those memories stayed. Like, I don't think that I would have gotten through and even developed in the little bit of ways that I was able to develop 1303. Like, I don't think that I would have grown up and been able to get to a point where I'm at now if I would have grown up knowing what was happening to me. I think that I would have given up a lot long before I had tried to give up initially, 1331. So I know everything happens for a reason. And I know that's an awful thing to say to myself. Because I know people are like, how could you want that for yourself? Well, I don't. I wish every day that I didn't walk around with this trauma, but I know at the end of the day, it taught me a lot. It taught me how to start believing in my own self, my own word, 1404, to start standing up for myself, stop people pleasing. Like, there was a lot of things that I had to learn. And now I'm on the part of self-forgiveness. So I feel like you as a person have been through so much that you have had to, piece by piece, learn to love yourself and move forward from this pain that you've been dealt. But you're so close to closing out that chapter. You were so close to closing out that chapter. If you only knew, excuse me, if you only knew just how close you were to fully closing out that pain, you'd keep going. So don't run from this pain. Sit with it And know that you can release it. 1505, like, you deserve to release your pain. You deserve to release this. This isn't supposed to live with you forever. And I'm healing with you because, like, the dream that I just had was absolutely a nightmare, okay? Like, I went to bed, manifesting and meditating to go to sleep, and I still woke up in absolute fear. But it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And if you need somebody to reach out to, just know that I am here for you. I feel like somebody out there needed that hope. And somebody out there needs hope. And I think it's so funny because this peeked at me as I'm pulling it out the box. Self-love, acceptance, self-treatment, intention, self-awareness. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to live the life that you are trying to get and strive toward. You need to love yourself in this moment and understand that it happened. All you can do now is give yourself some love and some support and self-care because you deserve it. You went through hell, okay? You went through hell. You've been to hell and back, maybe more than once. So, yeah, sit in communication with yourself, in communication with your spirits while doing this self-love. Understand that this was not your fault. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time, okay? You did the best you could with the knowledge that you had at the time. Is there any other confirmations for this collective? There was a lot of energy. I was not prepared for all that. Protect your heart. They really hurt you. They made you feel like you needed to shut your heart down. You don't need to shut your heart down, but you shouldn't. 1738. You shouldn't have it open for everyone either. But that's already something that you've been taught. I feel like, though, you're really, really upset with yourself. Like I said, I still feel like you're upset with yourself. Part of you might even be angry at yourself and overwhelmed. But again, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time, with the resources that you had at the time. You got to remember that you have the option to choose yourself. You have the option of self-love. You have the option of self-love, okay? 2 paths. You have the option to choose self-love, okay? And you should. I feel like you're starting to realize that you are a star. And when this pain comes up and hits you, it almost pulls you back to a past paradigm. But you need to live life on your own terms. Like, look at you. You're finally starting to see your own light. And you should. You should. I want to get one more confirmation for you guys. Because I know this was a weighted message. I don't think this is about jealousy. I feel like this is more about the imagery. If you look at this image right here, like down and depressed, hiding themselves, hiding their face, like you do not want to live like this anymore. That is the past version of yourself. You have recently started to find yourself, which means that you're not going to go backward. This is the point of no return. One popped up and the rest stayed flat. I'm not reading you an entire stack. It's just not happening. No, I did not mean to rhyme, but like, It kind of sounded like a rhyme. I don't know. I feel like this is a confirmation that the things that you need to move from or in the direction you need to move is popping up in your dreams. The spirit world is visiting you. You're receiving downloads, confirmations. I literally just woke up from a dream, looking all not even that awake to do this. Like, that's for somebody. That is for someone. What are you? I feel like this is about the hunger for self-love. You have such a deep-rooted hunger for love that you don't even realize that your own self-love is enough. You don't even realize that that's enough to get you through this moment, 2121. You don't even know. This period is about letting go of what no longer serves you. It's more about the imagery for me. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you, because doors will be opening. Doors will be opening quicker than you can imagine. This is a timeless message, but whenever you're seeing this, doors are opening for you. But you got to love yourself in order for those doors to open. You need to love yourself in order for those doors to open. And it's as simple as that. I feel like this is a really weighted message for some people in so much of a way that I feel like an affirmation is more needed right now. I want one more. Today I am kind. Today I will make this day count and I will do something kind for myself or someone else. I feel like this should be more about for yourself. 2314. And the reason I'm saying that is because this whole message was about your self-love needing to take off. So this should be about you, no one else. Today, I am excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. I understand that this was a very weighted message, but you need to realize that there's beauty coming. Today, I believe. Today, I will see the miracles and love surrounding me. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a beautiful life starting to surround you. Believe in it. Acknowledge it. Live it. You deserve the beauty that is in your life. Today I live in the present. Today I will start with a smile. I am in control of my attitude. You don't need to be hard on yourself anymore. They were hard enough on you. 2413. They were hard enough on you. You don't need to be hard on yourself either. You don't. It's a choice. Break free from that loop. Break free from that own pain that's trying to be perpetuated in your own body. Break free. Well, it's time for me to go get myself together because I have to go to the store. I've been preparing is what I was going to say, for me getting surgery. It is, what's today? It's the 15th. I have 4 days until my surgery, and I want to have food at home so that I don't have to like walk to the store while I'm healing. So I've got to go to the store, and you need to give yourself the self-love you need. It's not easy, but your self-love is most important right now. And I'm currently going through this with you because I have to forgive myself too. I have to work on my self-love as well in certain aspects and areas. But that's okay because we're healing together. I love you guys. I did not expect this to be an almost half-hour long reading. I honestly wasn't planning on doing a reading whenever I woke up. I just planned on waking up from my nap and going to the store. Which is funny because I wasn't even planning on even getting a nap. Like, my body was like, we're tired. And I'm like, but I don't want a nap. I have stuff to do. And my body's like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to be miserable for the rest of the day, that's on you. And I'm like, no, I want to get a nap. Listen to the signs and symbols in your body. If you're more tired right now, don't fight it. Even if you're like me and have a hard time with sleeping because of nightmares, like, don't fight it. They're going to be there regardless. I'm so sorry. That was probably super loud for you guys. I love you. I'm going to go to the store now. I love you. Be safe. Make good choices. Make good choices for yourself today, most importantly. Like, first and foremost, do something nice for you. I love you. And if you want to raise the vibration of this collective, please leave a comment down below. Why not today we say, okay, I am learning to love myself, and that's the most important thing. Just say that in the comments. And then if you would please also like the video and either follow or subscribe this account, depending on where you're finding it. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to be in a position that I could sit here and actually talk about these things with you guys. Like, these are things that I have a hard time talking about, even with my therapist that I had for such a long time. I didn't even have the comfortability to really talk about these things with that therapist. Not because they did anything wrong, but more because I just didn't feel safe opening up about this yet. But here I am, just feeling safe with you guys to talk about it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is such a blessing. And we're healing together. I love you guys. 2828 as I'm going out. Be safe.